Hello, hello. How is everyone doing today? My name is CWZ. I'd like to welcome you to our webinar titled How to Master the Art of Earning More Money and How I Went from Being Poor to Making Millions of Dollars over my sales career. So today you're going to learn exactly the process that we came up over the last 25 years to earn more money as a sales professional. Back when I finished college, I was looking to do something. I wanted to maximize my opportunity after putting in 4.5 years of college. So I came across a gentleman, an older friend of mine, and he was doing very well for himself. And he said he was actually a sales rep, and he was working for a pharmaceutical company. And I said, "How much you making?" He said, "Well, I'm making pretty good, well over six figures." Now we're talking back in 1986, 87, around that time. So that's a pretty good income. So I said, I want to maximize my opportunity. I want to maximize my college degree. He said, then go into sales. Find a product or a service that you really like, learn about that, and master the art of selling. So today you're going to learn exactly what I've learned over the years, over my last 25 plus years, as how to be a salesperson, how to maximize the opportunity. So again, I want to thank you for taking the time and space out of your day to share your space with us and your time to learn exactly how to become a sales professional and how you too can go from making zero to millions of dollars if you master this craft. I'm excited to get this information out to you. So let's go ahead and move on to the next page. This webinar is brought to you by Coach 37 and the Focused Mind. Today you're going to learn a new sales paradigm, how to really change the way you look at selling. So who should be on this webinar? We truly believe that any salesperson, anyone as a sales professional, a sales manager, a business owner, a lawyer, or anyone seeking to earn more than $150,000 per year, and anyone that's looking to become very wealthy. Some of the highest paid executives in the United States are sales professionals. Now, they might have started out in the sales as a sales rep, and they moved their way up the ranks, and they became a VP of sales, and some of them are actually the CEO of the company. We are the highest paid individuals in the United States across the board, hands down. So if your income is based on negotiation and the persuasion of others, then you too should be on this webinar. But you need to have what they call a burning desire to earn money. We're going to show you exactly how to do that today on today's webinar. So for the next 45 minutes, we're going to show you why sales professionals earn what they earn, why some sales professionals don't believe that they can earn more money, why some sales professionals do just enough to keep their job and to keep those perks coming. Maybe they got a company car or some commission involved. They got some residual income coming in. They do just enough to stay afloat. We're going to show you how to break that. Then we're going to show you why some sales professionals want to earn more, but they really don't know what to do. Sometimes you're in a company and the training that they give you doesn't give you that motivation that you need to take your profession and your income to the next level. We're going to show you exactly how to do it. Then we're going to introduce you to our 90-10 rule of selling, the human side of the sales process, and why that's so important in today's market. And last, we're going to show you how to take action today to get the ball started to earning more money, to maximizing the opportunities that are in front of you. So my promise to you today is that I'm going to show you a new way of thinking when you're out there selling in front of your customers. We're going to introduce you to a new sales process. It's part of the 7-step process that we've all learned, but there's some information in between there that can really help you maximize the opportunities. Then we're going to show you a new belief system that works for sales professionals. Then we're going to show you how to control the sales process. There is an old saying in this industry is that whoever controls the process from A to Z will control the outcome. So if you learn how to control the sales process, it'll be an easy flow for you to go right into the close and close your next deal. We're going to show you proof that there is no limit to what you can earn. I mean, I'm living proof today because I went from earning zero coming out of college to earning millions of dollars, changing my life, my family life. There's so much money to be made as a sales professional. We're going to show you exactly how to do it. And if you stay to the very end, we're going to give you a special gift, some special information that only a very small percentage of sales professionals really know. We're going to get this information to you. This is going to be a bonus for you. So before we begin today's webinar, there's a few things you're going to need. You're going to need the desire and the drive to be successful as a sales professional. You must be money motivated. This is key. Very important. Now, we all like the products and services or the company that we're working for, but let's be honest. I think we like money just a little bit more. The more money you have, the better you can live. You must sell with integrity and honesty. This is also very important. This is one of the key factors to improving your income. You must want to be in the top 1% of income earners in the sales industry. We're not looking for individuals that want to make $70, $80, $90,000 a year, or even $100,000 a year. We're looking for people that want to make minimum $150,000 per year. You must want to have the drive to live the good life, to have money and freedom. And as a sales professional, you can do that. When you make your quotas and you reach your numbers and you have free time, that's what life is really about. Because let's be honest, who really wants to work 8, 9, 10 hours a day? I would prefer to work 5, maybe 4 to 5 or 6 hours per day, and then have the rest of the day to do whatever I want because I made the money that I need. I set a goal that I want to earn each and every day, and I make those numbers, and then that gives me the free time to do what I want to do. And you should want to do the same thing. Life is about enjoying it with money and freedom, so you can do the things you want to do with you and your family, travel, whatever it is you want to do. And you must have the desire and the willpower to not accept no for an answer. We're going to show you how to develop what we call that warrior's mentality, to keep going, to keep fighting for that deal until the end, until they actually throw you out. Sometimes you got to keep going back until they throw you out. The average salesperson only follow up on a prospect 2 to 3 times. But then they tell us that it takes about 5 contacts before a person do business with you. So why give up? We're going to show you how to develop that warrior mentality to keep going. And then you must have the willpower to grind hard, to make it happen, to do whatever it takes, to put the time in, the energy, the sweat. You got to focus. We're going to show you exactly how to grind to make the income that you really want to earn, because it's out there. People are doing it every single day, making 150, 200,000, 300, millions of dollars each and every day as a sales professional. We're going to show you exactly how to do it. So I want you to ask yourself, before we begin, this is very important, before you even continue on this webinar, because this webinar just might not be for you, but I need you to ask these questions to see how serious you are about your sales profession. Are you serious? And ask myself, how serious am I about being a sales professional? Because if you're serious, then we're going to show you exactly how to do it. And yes, selling is a profession and not a career. And once you understand that selling is a profession and not a career, you become a student of the game. And when you become a student of the game, you're never too as I can say, too cocky or too full of yourself, thinking that you know everything, because it's impossible to learn all you need to learn to close every single deal out there. It's impossible. There's not enough time here on earth to learn everything about selling, but you have to become a student of the game in order to maximize the opportunities that are in front of you when you're out there selling in front of a presentation in front of your customers. Then I want you to ask yourself, how much money do I really want to earn on an annual basis? Now, don't just say it, but we need you to write this number down. Whether you want to earn $200,000 or $300,000 or $500,000 per year, we need you to write that number down on an index card. And then also, we want you to figure out, what is your why? Why do I want to earn this type of money? Because that why and that connection of that why and the money that you want to earn is going to be your motivation from here on out. Every time business gets slow, or you find yourself in a valley when you should be in a peak, or you're in a downswing, or they say the economy is bad, or you might be selling a seasonal product, there's no such thing. If you have a why, and if your why is strong enough, that why is going to motivate you when you're tired. That why is going to motivate you when you're sick. That why is going to motivate you when there's new competition or you change companies. You need to attach that why to your income. So if that why is your family, maybe you want to improve your family's living arrangements. Maybe you want to send some kids to college. Maybe you want to buy a new car. Maybe you want to go on vacation. Maybe you just want a better life for you personally. So you have to figure out what your why is and attach that why to that income, because with those two combined, that's going to keep you motivated throughout your sales career. Then you need to ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice to become a successful sales professional? What am I willing to give up? How much time am I willing to invest into my career as a sales professional? Am I willing to invest 2 or 3 hours in the morning, or 2 or 3 hours in the evening, or maybe an hour, hour and a half during the day? When you become a student of the game, you're constantly reading, you're learning more, you're going more webinars, more workshops, seminars. You're getting in contact with those that might be at the level of income that you want to earn. You constantly have to be growing and trying to learn exactly what you need to do to improve your income and your profession. So ask yourself, what am I willing to sacrifice? And I learned this right here from one of my mentors, Brian Tracy. He said, the more you learn, the more you earn. Isn't that amazing? The more you learn, the more you can earn. So the more time you put into learning this craft that we call selling, the more money you're going to earn. Because now you're going to give yourself a lot more ammunition while you're out there in front of a customer. One of the things that you don't want to do is after you walk out of a presentation, you say to yourself, damn, I should have said this or I should have said that. But if you practice your craft on a daily basis, we recommend an hour to 2 hours per day, learning and reading and going over your presentation skills, your negotiation skills, your listening skills. If you do this every day, you won't miss out on the opportunities that's in front of you. There won't be any deals that fall through the cracks. You're going to be able to maximize the opportunity and take advantage of the opportunities while they are in front of you. So ask yourself again these questions, and if you're serious, then we will continue in this webinar. Great. So today's sales process typically works like this, where most sales professionals have been trained on the traditional way of selling. And it works where you're looking at the 7-step process where there's prospecting involved, there's greeting, and then there's the approach, and then there's interviewing, and some people say presentation, a proposal comes involved, a demonstration, negotiation, and then eventually a close and a follow-up. That's well and good. We all still do use that same 7-step system, but there is a lot of information that's being transferred back and forth between the salesperson and the customer within that 7-step system, and that's what we're going to focus on today. If you continue to focus on that 7-step system, you greet someone, you shake their hand, you introduce yourself, you ask some questions, you talk about your company, trying to find out what their needs are, what their wants are, what their budget, things like that. That's good, but there's a ton of information we're going to go over today is going to show you how to take that cycle and change it and make it more productive for you and your customer. See, the problem with the 7-step system is that the market has changed and consumers are much more informed and educated about your products and services, and mainly because of the internet. I mean, sometimes you can walk into a presentation and the customer will know more about your products and services and the competition in the market than you do. And that's not good. I mean, it's good to have an educated customer, but you want to remember, you are the professional. You're the professional salesperson. You're selling a service and a product that you should know from A to Z. They should never know more about your products and services or your competition or your price structure than you do. So, but it does happen, and it's because of the internet. Now, the internet has helped us out a great deal. Internet has been very helpful with automating and time management and better organization skills with the CRM and tracking the customers and sending out emails and contact information and letters and proposals. It really has speed up the sales process, and it gives us a host of so many different benefits. But the internet has also taken away some of the most important parts of being a sales professional, and has taken away what we call one of the largest parts of the percentage of the sales process itself. It has taken away what we call the rapport and the trust building part of the sales process. Because if you think back, I remember when I first started as a sales professional, I was selling cars, and a customer would walk into the showroom and I would greet them and I would give them some information and ask them questions, try to figure out what type of car they want to purchase. And when they have an idea of what car they want, then I would give them the product knowledge on that car. See, at that time, not only am I giving them product knowledge, I'm also building rapport and trust with them, because they're looking at me as a very knowledgeable person, someone that they can trust. Now, the internet has taken away from that, because nowadays we all do it as consumers. Before we make a major purchase, or sometimes even a small purchase, we go on the internet, we do research about that product, where the locations, where can I purchase that product, who's the manufacturer, any rebates, all this information, the competition. So that has taken away from the rapport building part of the sales process. The internet has been great for us, but it has also hindered us from building that rapport and trust with our customers. So why is this important? Now, we all know why customers buy. If you are a sales professional on this webinar, you know why customers buy. And customers buy because of like and trust. They buy from who they like and trust, period. There's no other way around it. If the customer don't like you or trust you, then they will not purchase your products and services, guaranteed. Now, They might buy from your company, go to another salesperson, or maybe go above your head, talk to the sales manager, but they won't buy directly from you. Now that's hurting your pockets, your bottom line. So people buy from who they like and trust. And as a sales professional, we have to learn how to build that likability and that trust with our customers in a very small time period. And we're going to show you exactly how to do it here at the Focus Mind and Coach 37. See, everyone wants to buy, but no one wants to be sold. Isn't that something? See, when a customer feels that they're being sold, then there's no like and there's no trust there. But they do want to buy. So we have to learn how to develop that rapport that the internet has taken away from us. That's something that we're going to teach you here on this webinar. So I know what you're thinking right now because I've been in that situation. I know exactly what you're thinking, and you're concerned about several things. You're concerned about the price. You're concerned about your competition. You're concerned about the products and services that the competition offer. Maybe the competition is a bigger company. It's one of the big guys that you're competing against. Maybe they have finance options that you don't have. Maybe they have a better, superior product. Maybe they have better colors. Maybe they have better dimensions. They can go on and on and on. The bottom line is that people buy from who they like and trust. There have been plenty of times. I remember when I first started in the bottled water business, we were selling Poland Springs water, and it was being sold at $10 per bottle when the competition was coming in at $7 and $6 per bottle for a 5-gallon jug of water. And we were outselling them hands down because the price wasn't the issue. It's how you present your products and services. So I know what you're thinking. You're concerned about your competition. You're concerned about their structure or maybe the products and services that they offer. Once you get finished with our training, once you understand exactly what you're going to learn in this webinar, you're going to know that pricing and product really, really doesn't matter. And we're going to break it down for you within this webinar. Okay, so you ask yourself, well, how can we actually fix this sales process, this traditional way that we've all been trained to sell our products and services from the beginning of time? Well, let me explain to you the true sales process first and how it actually works. You see, within the sales process, there is a ton, and I mean a ton, of communication, information, and energy that's being transferred between the customer and the sales professional. The person who controls his energy or the sales process will control the outcome. Remember I said that earlier. Whoever controls the process will control the outcome. So a sale will be made at each and every presentation, just a matter of who will make the sale. Will the customer sell you that they don't need your products and services, or will you sell the customer that they do need your products and services? So the sales process itself, let's say it's a full scale of 100%. You have the price, which accounts for about 10% of the sales process. And the reason why we say 10% because the difference between your pricing and your competition pricing is typically about 3 to 5%, depending on the product and the industry and the services that you might be offering. It's not much of a difference. Sometimes it can get a little higher, but typically about 3 to 5%. So we're just going to say 10% where the price accounts for the sales process. Then you have your product itself, your products and services, which accounts for an additional 10%. And the reason why, because there's not much difference between a BMW and a Mercedes. They're both are vehicles that get you to point A to point B. They have leather, cruise control, the whole 9 yards. So it's not that much of a difference. So right now we're looking at a process that's really 100% where your product and pricing only accounts for 10 and 10, which is 20% of the total 100% process. And this is where 99% of the sales professionals really focus on. They focus on pricing. They're willing to drop their price, which is very bad to do. They talk about the products. They talk about the features and the benefits of the products, which the customer probably already know. So right now we're looking at a process which is a 100% where the product and the price only accounts for about 20% of the process. The difference of what we're talking about where our services come in is the nonverbal communication skills, which account for about 80% of the process. Back to what I said earlier, there's a lot of information that's being transferred between the buyer and the seller. So with that said, you're looking at the total sales process of 100% where the price only accounts for 10%, the product accounts for 10%, but the nonverbal communication skills accounts for 80% of the complete sales process. That's the key. That's the missing link. That's where 99% of the sales professionals are missing the boat, leaving a lot of cash, a lot of money on the table, which means a lot of money in your pocket, a lot of money in your company's pocket. Everyone's happy. the customers are happy. It's a win-win situation for everyone. So sales tip today is the true sales process is a combination of pricing, which accounts for about 10% of the process, and then we're looking at the product or service itself, which accounts for additional 10% of the process, and then we're looking at the communication skills, the rapport building, and the trust building, which accounts for about 80% of the complete sales process. So as a sales professional, where would you focus your training or your energy on? What area of the sales process would you focus your training on? Will it be the pricing? Because once you have your pricing is there. You got a price sheet right in front of you. So it wouldn't be the pricing. It would be the products. Well, it could be some products. You're going to spend some time on your products and services. But it's really your communication and your rapport building skills is the key to success and to being number one in your craft. And that's what we talk about. So what we're going to talk about what's really stopping people from understanding that. And it's one of the factors is fear. Fear comes into play as a sales professional, just like anything else. We have this thing about fear. We're going to teach you how to eliminate fear out of your selling skills. Because as long as there's fear that the competition or fear to approach someone or fear of rejection or fear of cold calling or knocking on doors or making the phone calls or following up because maybe that person might think I'm being a pain in the ass, that fear is stopping you from reaching your full potential as a sales professional. We're going to show you how to overcome that. And if you work the phones as a salesperson, sometimes that fear can control you. That phone that weighs about 2 pounds, feel like it weighs 1,000 pounds. Your kid just can't pick it up. It's hard as hell to pick up. We're going to show you how to overcome over that. And another part that's stopping people from reaching their goals as a sales professional is the ability to be comfortable. We're going to show you how to eliminate the ability to be comfortable. Once you become comfortable, and that's back to what I said earlier, some sales professionals do just enough to make what they need to make their numbers, to make just enough so they can just keep their jobs. We're going to show you how to eliminate the ability of being comfortable, how to eliminate that, how to be more aggressive, how to go after your dreams, how to build that warrior mentality. Another factor that stops people or sales professionals is the attachment. We get attached to our success. We get attached to it. We get attached to those failures. You have to almost be trained like a professional athlete. You can't worry about what happened, because there's a saying in the sales profession, you might have sold last week, but what have you done for me lately? Well, how many sales did you bring in today? Whatever you did last week or last month or last year or last quarter doesn't matter. What are you doing for the company and for yourself today? As a sales professional, we have to learn to eliminate these three factors: fear, being comfortable, and being attached to our failures and our success. We can show you exactly how to do that in our training. So we're looking at no fear. If you were trained to where you can eliminate fear, imagine what you can do. You wouldn't worry about cold calling, rejections. Your belief factors will be up. Your self-image would be more positive and strong. You wouldn't worry about your past performances. You wouldn't worry about the unknown. You wouldn't worry about the competition. There will be no fear. So I want you to take a moment and imagine that you're starting on a new job today as a sales professional, and you have no fear. There's no fear of making the phone calls. There's no fear of approaching a potential customer. How long would you work in one day? How many hours would you put in? How many phone calls would you make? How many times would you be able to overcome that no? That no wouldn't mean anything to you if you eliminate fear as a sales professional. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So back to that's right. We're looking at your communication skills are being the key to your success as a sales professional. Once you learn to control up to 80% of the sales process, you're going to close more deals. It's guaranteed. Whoever controls the process will control the outcome. And that's where Coach 37 comes into play. We're going to show you exactly how to eliminate fear. We're going to show you how to eliminate the ability to be comfortable, how not to get attached to your success and your failures, and how to control the process by improving your communication skills. This is where Coach 37 comes in. Okay, so welcome to the 90-10 rule of selling, the human side of the sales process. But before I go into the 90-10 rule of selling and how this can benefit you in your sales profession, how you can earn more money, I want to tell you just a little bit about myself, because you're probably saying, I've listened to this guy for 24 minutes. Who the hell is C.W. Zev? I never heard of him before. I have 25 plus years of coaching and training experience in corporate America. I've helped hundreds of companies and thousands of individuals. I have a BA in marketing. I was once the director of sales with Poland Springs out of the Manhattan area, servicing over 100,000 customers, doing more than $75 million in revenue. Also the owner of Blue Mountain Spring Water, which was sold to Culligan Water out of the Chicago area. A founder of the Sales Enhancement Institute and Coach 37. I'm the author of the 90-10 Rule of Selling, the creator of the Focused Mind. I'm also a NLP trainer, speaker, and a sales coach. Just to tell you a little bit about myself, so you know exactly who I am, the experience that I've had. So let's go ahead into the Coach 37 and 90-10 Rule of Selling. Again, so welcome to the 90-10 Rule of Selling. Here's a book that I co-authored back in 2009 with some other individual trainers. Actually, the book was titled Corporate America's Top 10 Requested Trainers and Speakers. Very proud of that. Okay, so how does the 90-10 Rule of Selling actually works? We're going to give you a breakdown. The 90-10 Rule of Selling is actually a scientifically proven system based on human communication, which is basically 93% of our communication is nonverbal techniques like emotional intelligence or body language, where to sit in a meeting, how to shake a lady's hand compared to a man's hand. Should you tilt your head to the right or to the left when you're speaking to a lady to be more receptive to that person? Your voice tones, how to mimic someone that you're listening to, your attitude, your mindset before you go into the presentation, the level of energy that you bring to the presentation, how you have to learn to perform like an entertainer when you're actually selling. Picture words are very positive words that you can use when you're trying to close a deal. Instead of saying sign a contract, say sign the agreement. Your listening skills. You know, I was taught that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen twice as much as we speak. A lot of sales professionals think that they need to talk all the time to close the business and to get the customer to like them. But if you ask the right questions at the right time, all you do is sit back and listen. So we teach you how to improve your listening skills, along with NLP training and visualization is what is the formation or the foundation of the 90-10 Rule of Selling. The human communication is basically based on 93% nonverbal, where the spoken word only accounts for about 7% of our communication. The information is being transferred back and forth between the salesperson and the customer. So as human beings, we are emotional creatures. We pretty much make our decisions based on our emotions, and then we use logic to justify our decisions. So in our training, we teach you how to create what we call passion and emotions when selling, how to get the customer emotionally attached to you and your products and services. Once the customer becomes emotionally attached to you by using these nonverbal techniques, now you're no longer a salesperson. You have just become an advisor, a friend, and people buy from who they like and trust. And who do they like and trust? Their friends. So we teach you how to become a friend and no longer a salesperson. This is the key, and this is part of our 90-10 Rule of Selling, and this is how it works. So we're excited about this program. We're excited about the opportunity to show you and to help you to develop into the person that you should be when it comes down to your selling skills. So my question to you on this webinar, how many of you on this webinar have had any non-verbal communication training or any advanced nonverbal communication training? I see. Okay, very few. You know, the numbers don't lie. It shows that, statistically, it shows that less than 4% of all sales professionals here in the United States have received any form of advanced nonverbal communication training. And that's a shame, because that's where the action is really taking place. It's not about price, or it's not about product, or it's not about the company. It's truly about you building a rapport and a trust with your customers. If they don't like you, you're not going to buy. So without that nonverbal communication training, you really won't reach your full potential as a sales professional. The key is to increase your closing ratio. The greater your closing ratio, the more successful you're going to be, the more satisfied customers you're going to have, the more money you're going to make. Everyone's going to be happy, and this is a form of improving your closing ratio by improving your communication skills. Remember, your income comes down to mastering the art of communication. That's the key. Selling is a form of communication, and the better communication skills you have, the more money you're going to earn, guaranteed. So with that said, skies are the limit. There's a few things that you're going to benefit when you learn to improve your communication skills. You're going to have more customers. You have more follow-ups in the future. Better business. You're going to make more money, more money, and more money. Hate to put that LOL in there, but it's funny. The more money you make, the more you're going to be happy. It's going to be more free time. You have more freedom in your life. It's a known fact that if you have more money in your life, you live a better quality life. So we're trying to show you how your communication skills are going to help you to improve your closing ratio. And we all know that if you can improve your closing ratio, you're going to earn more money. So let's say, for example, your current closing ratio right now is 20%, and so that means you're closing 2 out of every 10 customers that you come across. If we can help you to increase your closing ratio to maybe 40%, now you just doubled your income. But not only did you double your income, that gives you more time management skills. So now you can see perhaps less customers in a shorter period of time, which free your time up to do the things that you truly want to do. Or if you want to work more, you make more money. But it gives you that option. And that's the reason why our training is so effective in today's market. So here's a partial list of some of our very satisfied customers. As you can see, there's some national real estate firms on there, some car dealerships. We've dealt with ADT. We've dealt with Culligan Water. We've dealt with hundreds and thousands of individuals. We've dealt with some payroll companies, some medical supply companies, furniture stores, retailers. We've dealt with a lot of people. So if you're selling a tangible product, an intangible product, or you're selling a seasonal product, or something that's an impulse purchase, or you're selling to C-level or to the procurement department, to individuals, face-to-face selling, our training is based on communication skills. So it doesn't really matter what you're selling or who you're selling it to. If you don't have the proper training as far as communication, then you won't close the business. Okay, everyone that's on this webinar, this is the Coach 37 coaching and mentoring program. We're going to train you like a professional athlete. The reason why they get paid the big bucks is because they have a coach. They have someone that's going to guide them along the way. We're going to do the same thing for you. We're going to hold you accountable for making your numbers. We're going to help you stay focused on your goals. We're going to help you travel the road because we've traveled that road before. We have a proven system that works. We're going to push you to your potential. We're going to make sure that you understand there is no limit to what you can earn as a sales professional. So if you're serious about taking your career and your income to the next level, this is the program for you. So at this point, you're probably asking yourself, what is my true potential? What do I believe? Do I believe I can earn this type of money, $150,000 per year, or maybe $250,000 per year, $350,000 per year? Even maybe you're in a position to earn $500,000 per year. Maybe you're in real estate and the industry that you're in right now, or the market that you're in is hot, and there are real estate agents out there making that type of money. You can do the same thing. You have to believe. We're going to show you how to improve your belief system in yourself so you can earn this type of money. Okay, so we come to the point where it's time to take action. It's time to either say I'm in or I'm out. And the only way you're going to find out if you have the ability to do this is to schedule what we call a coaching call, a free coaching call with our team within the next 48 hours. We're going to put together a custom plan just for you. Now, this call is typically valued at $295, but today we're going to give it to you for absolutely 100% free if you take action now within the next 48 hours. And the reason why, because space is limited. We only accept those who qualify and those who are serious. So we need you to take action today at this very moment. Within our program, we only accept 1 out of 10 individuals that we speak to into our monthly program, because this is not a cookie cutter type situation. This is a custom program that we put together. We only allow 20 to 25 maximum into our program on a monthly basis. So if you are serious about taking your income and your life to the next level, then you need to reach out to us as soon as possible. But for attending this webinar today, this is our free gift. We're going to give you a custom sales plan, and the custom sales plan is giving you the ability to know your true numbers, what it takes for you to make the income that you need. For example, how many prospects turn into presentations, how many presentations turn into negotiations, how many negotiations turn into closed deals, and how many closed deals turn into follow-ups or referrals. That's knowing your numbers. That's what we're going to give you today for attending this webinar. So we're excited to help you take your income and your profession to the next level. This is a $275 value. So for making a phone call and being on today's webinar, we're going to give you this coaching call at $295 for free. We're going to give you this custom sales plan, which is valued at $275 for free. So it's a value for making a call and speaking to one of our coaches, a $570 value for making the call today. Absolutely free. So I know you're serious. I know you couldn't wait for this information. This is how you book your call. Go to www.7betterlife.com. This is our online calendar. Just pick a date and time that's good for you, and our coaches will give you a call back at that particular time. There's going to be a few questions you need to answer on this website here, and they give us some general information about who you are, your desires, your goals. Go to www.7betterlife.com to book your call today. If you don't see a date that's available that's good for you, then give us a call in the office toll free at 1-888-226-5051, extension 701. We look forward to helping you improve your life, improve your income, and give you the freedom that you deserve as a sales professional. This is CW Zev of the Focus Mind and Coach 37. Look forward to speaking to you soon. Have a blessed day and take care.